Aquarius, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aquarius, please. All right, your energy, we have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. All right, really focused on your spiritual growth. Your person, the Eight of Cups. They're viewing you as the Chariot card in reverse, Cancerian energy, so not coming towards them. This person may be feeling rejected, all right? And we see the Lovers in reverse, Gemini energy. So let's see. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. All right, Scorpio, so it looks like you're kind of protecting your energy here. You may not be communicating or moving things forward with this person because I don't know if there's been something disappointed or things haven't gone the way you hoped. You're not sure that you should have as much focused intention on this person. It may be because they're going through some sort of transformation or they're walking away from someone or something, so you're worried about timing. You're watching, you're waiting, you're holding back, you're looking at all the details here, Scorpio. We have strong Cancer, Gemini coming through as well as Pisces. Okay. Aquarius with the Ten of Wands in reverse. I feel like you are ready for a new beginning. But I also think that my Aquarius, you've been through a lot with the Ten of Wands in reverse. And you don't want to be in another heavy situation. Some of you, you're not moving forward with this connection and it does feel like a bit of a relief right now. I just feel like you don't want burdens. You're ready for passion. You're ready for something new, but you're also holding back because you don't want to repeat any cycles. You don't want to get involved with anyone who's like brings you drama or behind the scenes are dirty and messy or they have a lot of baggage. And you're viewing this person as the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So you may know that this person is feeling a bit disappointed, but you may also be holding back because you felt like this person there wasn't equal give and take with this person. Maybe because there's still something that they need to release. Maybe because they're going through a major transition. I mean, it could be a move, it could be a job change, it could be, getting rid of another connection. Whatever it might be, but you're definitely sensing there's an imbalance here. Or some of you, my Aquarius, it's like you've gotten to a point where like you really know what you want and the type of relationship that you need. And if somebody doesn't come at you in a balanced energy and prioritize balance and harmony, you're not having it. So I do feel like my Aquarius, you have really high standards and that's a beautiful thing. And you're learning, you're not going to rush into anything. And you're viewing this connection as the Queen of Swords. So you're taking your emotions out of it and you're watching, you're waiting, you're being quite cerebral, quite clinical. You're vetting this person, you're vetting whomever might come into your life. And the Five of Swords, now this is Venus in Aquarius energy. There may have been conflict between you and this person. They might be acting detached or they're feeling like you're, detached. But I do get that there's a part of this person that really does want to fight for this connection. So let's see. Some of my Aquas, you do feel like you're seeing the truth of this connection. You may not feel like it's good enough right now. All right, so let's see what your oracle cards have to say. We see spiritual growth. Yep, that makes sense and it tracks with that Hanged Man Pisces energy. Prioritize your spiritual growth and don't allow the cares of life to squeeze out your goal to grow spiritually. All right, there may be something in the Pisces reading that I just did because we have that Hanged Man card. They also got the spiritual growth card. All right, we see the path to love, Aquarius. Your divine soul partner is searching for you, and soon you both will find each other. Stay the course and have faith. Okay, so beautiful energies. There is someone coming in. It could be somebody different with the Lovers card here. It could be a third party coming in that you don't even see yet. All right, and we see pain is fuel. All that pain, all that suffering, all that confusion, use it as fuel and transform your troubles into gold. So what I'm getting here, Aquarius, I think you've been disappointed in a situation here. You're holding back, you're looking at all the details, you're ready for something new, you know what you want and you need. Yes, this has been disappointing. Yes, maybe it's even been hurtful, but I also feel like you're on the right path. And I feel like you do have somebody new coming towards you. Yeah, and Spirit saying, Aquarius, you're in alignment. Everything is aligning perfectly in your life. What didn't make sense in the past will now start to fall into place. And I do think that we may have a case for this being, a connection that's taken off of your path as a redirection and for protection. It's kind of the energy I'm getting here. So with the Eight of Cups, I mean, maybe this person walked away from you, or they're realizing they need to walk away from this connection because it doesn't look like you're giving to this connection, or you're just kind of holding back. You're not moving things forward. We see the Page of Swords. Well, this person is still spying on you. They're still, keeping tabs on you. They're still checking on you. And the Moon card energy in reverse, I do also think that this person is seeing things clearly, like they weren't giving to this connection, they weren't pulling their weight, and also that you're not going to put up with that, right? You're in your power here, Aquarius, and they're disappointed. I think this person also knows that they were disappointing for you, that they left you out in the cold. Now with the Chariot card, Cancerian energy, they see you as not giving to this connection emotionally. They see you as bringing things to a full stop, okay? And we have the Empress energy in reverse. Now, they may be worried about third party, and that might be the case. Some of my Aquarius, there is a third party around you or coming towards you, or maybe you're even with this other person. Taurus and Libran energy. This person feels like you have a secret third party, whether you do or not. Maybe some of my Aquarius you do. Okay, or you did. But for others of you, I do think this person is feeling kind of jealous. Their ego might not allow them to understand that you just don't want to move forward with them because they weren't giving enough, right? And sometimes people, sometimes people's egos can't deal with the fact that you'd rather be by yourself than be with somebody who's bad company or who's not giving you what you need. And the Five of Cups. They know that you're disappointed. This person knows that you're disappointed. You probably told them, but I think also your actions are speaking volumes by the fact that you're not chasing them, by the fact that you're letting them walk away. You're not fighting for this connection. You may have even told them, the Ace of Wands in reverse can be basically to F off, right? So we see the Sun card, Leo energy. Maybe they're a Leo. I do feel like this person is going to make their presence known. I don't think this person wants to let go of this connection, Aquarius. So again, the Lovers card for me is a card of choice. Originally it was, so I do feel, and I read personally the Lovers card in reverse as you making a choice, either to be alone or a choice between this person and someone else. But I do feel strongly there's third party energy around you, Aquarius, whether you're aware of it or not. So I feel like that's why Spirit's saying stay in alignment. There's something unfolding here for you. This person, yep, they're spying on you. They're checking you out. They want the truth. I think this person is very jealous or is assuming that you have a third party if you do or you don't. We see trickster energy. Most likely, my Aquas, you were quite attracted to this person because the trickster is somebody who's non-conventional. They're not stuffy. They're not predictable. Okay, so fun connection, somebody who's deeply intuitive. But Eight of Wands in reverse tells me things didn't go as planned. All right, and I do think this person has a bit of a jealous streak. We're seeing Virgin energy. They're seeing you as maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. But this is kind of weird because then at the same time they think you have a third party or that you were cheating on them. Again, whether you were or you were not. So they maybe flip back and forth about whether or not they can believe that story they're telling themselves. And they see you as the gambler, willingness to follow intuition even when other people doubt you. So they love this energy. I mean, I can see why you two are very compatible or were very compatible. But we're seeing behind the scenes the Ace of Wands. This person feels like you would reject them or that you already did. And again, you're viewing them as the Six of Pentacles in reverse, not quite compatible, not really what you were looking for, or somebody who wasn't pulling their weight. And maybe they were making you feel, you may have been in a relationship with this person and felt lonely. You may have felt like an option. You may have felt like they were prioritizing everything but you and this connection. All right, so we see the Magician card. This person is trying to manifest you, Aquarius. They're ready to take action and to communicate. They're restless and heartbroken behind the scenes. Get ready. They're going to come in and make an offer, something they've been planning or they've been strategizing. But you have a choice in love here with the Lovers card in reverse. And I think you have a choice between two people. And, you know, Aquarius, I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm going to see who that other option might be. But you definitely have a big choice to make here. All right, Spirit's advice is stay in your power. You know, let your ego down, but not your standards, right? You're sexy, powerful, attractive. You have so much to offer. Yeah, but I think this was emotionally draining for you. I do, especially if you were dealing with a water sign. I know water signs can be tough for Aquarians and vice versa, because Aquarius, you are the water bearer, but you know, water signs can be a bit much, right? They can be overwhelming. It can be annoying. So I do think you're feeling a little bit emotionally overwhelmed. Stand your ground. Remember, an X is an X for a reason. Keep going. The Knight of Pentacles. See, I think you're going towards a new beginning here. And we have Emperor energy. I think you're calling in. Now, maybe it's an Aries, but I actually think you're calling in somebody who's much more in alignment with you. And I don't think this has been an easy decision. I don't think this has been easy for my Aquarius. You have a choice in love here, straight up, okay? Whether you know who this third party is around you or not. But let's go back to this person's energy who's, you know, coming in. They're trying to manifest you. They're going to be making you some sort of offer. They don't feel like this is over. You're very special to you. Sorry, that you're very special to them. They may give you flowers or some sort of gift, let you know something kind of emotional. They accused you of cheating when you weren't. That's what I'm getting. And we see Daredevil. Okay, so this person may have risky behavior. This person is going to take a risk or a leap of faith, even though they might feel like they're going to get rejected. They're not done with this. I don't know. I feel like my Aquarius, again, the choice is going to be up to you, because this person isn't ready to let you go. They don't want to let you go. They're going to put in the work or say they will. Yeah, this person feels like, you know, you two getting together is perfect. They like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming, fun, flirting, wanting to date. Okay, so there's affection, there's attraction. They feel like you're the one, but we see golden mirror, and I think my Aquarius, you probably were picking up on this being one-sided. I don't think you like this person as much as they like you, Aquarius. And I'm sorry, my cross watchers who are listening to this, but I'm just going to be brutally honest here. I do think that this person probably was feeling really jealous because this connection may have been more one-sided. Or maybe you felt like they were too selfish. Again, Six of Pentacles in reverse tells me they probably weren't pulling their weight. So this person might be somebody who really likes to be indulged, or they're used to being doted on, or they're used to, you know what I mean, kind of like bringing some, like, I don't know how to make this gender neutral commentary, but like kind of like princess behavior or high maintenance behavior to the relationship. They're going to come in and love bomb you. Yeah, they're going to come in and love bomb the hell out of you. But I see time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. This is your energy. See, I think this was heavy for you, Aquarius. I think this was a bit too heavy. And it's like, I think maybe they wanted you to do all the work, or they wanted to be indulged, or they wanted, you know, this person may have been too high maintenance. I just think something turned you off here. Now, I also feel like you've made a decision here to move away, and they definitely are jealous, right? This person has a jealous streak. That's what I'm getting. So let's go into this energy of this person. The other option you have, it's like Emperor energy. I feel like this is someone who's much more in alignment with you. Okay, so this is either somebody else who's around you, coming towards you. Who is this Emperor I'm picking up on here for Aquarius? Somebody who's most likely not a water sign, maybe a fire sign, Gemini energy. All right, we see they're an entrepreneur. There's someone who put their ideas to work for them. They work hard. They're investing in their future. All right, they could be a Scorpio, so maybe they do have some water placements. All right, but regardless of their actual placements, I mean, this is an energy reading. They're fiercely protective and loyal. They stand strong in their convictions. They can sting if needed to defend their position. We see your ex. That's this person trying to come back in. Tell me more about this new person. Strong earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We see that with the Knight of Pentacles. And this new person might be in a bit of a passive role. I don't think they're uncomfortable asserting themselves because they're showing up as an emperor, but they might be waiting for you to resolve this situation. Yeah, this is that cardinal energy which Aries emperor energy is leader energy, leadership energy. Excuse me, cardinal energy. So this is somebody who's comfortable taking charge and they exhibit confidence in their decisions. They may be in a management role. They've done well for themselves. They may be in a, they could be an entrepreneur or have their own business. This is the energy for you, Aquarius. This is what's more in alignment with you. Tell me more about this person, please. Tell me more about this person, please. All right. They have a personal pride for their collectibles. It might be somebody you already know, or it's a past life soulmate connection, so there will be a sense of familiarity here. There might be something about the vowels in this person's name that are, there are a lot of vowels, or they just draw your attention, and they come from overseas, so they may be actually traveling from overseas, or they're from a different country, or maybe their parents or their grandparents are. And Aquarius, this new person may have dark hair. I feel like this is the connection that's more in alignment with you. I mean, ultimately, you are going to have the choice because, this whole reading is like you have a choice in love here. But I feel this is much more in alignment with you. So let's see the final outcome here of this connection. Final outcome of this other connection. We see soul path, a personal evolution within your relationship. Again, you may have felt like you weren't going to really evolve with this past person or this other person. And I feel like this emperor has, you feel like you can learn and grow from each other. Don't judge a book by its cover. Okay, so they could be different than your usual type and expectations. Some of you might be worried that they do very well for themselves, that they're very focused on money. So you might be worried about the spiritual connection. But Spirit saying this is a healing connection. This is going to feel good. This is going to feel in alignment with you. Your romance will transform your life. And this is potentially a life partner, Aquarius. All right. So I do feel like you have choices here. I think you probably already know how you feel about the person that originally showed up in your reading. Some of you, obviously, you have agency. You have choice. So you decide. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. You have choices. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it here. Sending you love and light. Take care.